What's going on, guys? I am just about to head out. It's 9:54 on Monday, Tuesday, February 24th. It's actually my brother's birthday, and unfortunately he doesn't live with us, but I just wanted to say happy birthday to him. He turns 22 today. Uh, yeah, so I really appreciate my brother a lot. But yeah, just wanted to say that. But I kind of wanted to say a little bit of. I wanted to say something because I think that I think it's hard to take a peek over the gate. Okay, and what do I mean by this? It's it's hard for people internally, like mindset wise. It's not hard in theory, but it's hard for people internally to take a peek outside their window and see what's going on in the world, right? So if you're taking the movie industry, I mean, I'm really vocal about how movie theaters are changing, right? So, and it's either they're changing or they're gonna get shut down. That's the only two pathways I've seen, that I see. But if you guys want to know more, just look down on my channel and you'll see where movie theaters are headed to. But here's what I think. If movie theaters are smart, okay. Now here's the thing. I always feel like cinema in general, with probably the exception of people like James Cameron and maybe Steven Spielberg to an extent, they're just it's a very traditional mindset, okay? And so the reason why I say this is because you have Martin Scorsese saying Marvel isn't cinema, trying to, be having this big boomer energy or whatever. And, you know, even though Netflix is really, even though Netflix is like really, popular, people are getting scared and everything. And you had recently Martin Scorsese, eventually put his movie on Netflix, and then you had this whole conversation on whether or not a Netflix film should be in the Oscars or win an Oscar or whatever. Roma and whatnot. Here's the thing. If you are a boomer and you are saying these things, get out of the way. Get out of the way, Scorsese, Tarantino, Spielberg. Okay? If you are not looking forward and if you are not looking at your industry, then you're done. You're done for. You just sorry about that, I gotta readjust. Go hang your gloves up. You're done. Spielberg, you're on your 50th film. You've done 50 films. Stop. Tarantino, you haven't made a freaking hit probably since Inglourious Bastards. Okay? I personally am not a fan of that film, but no. You're a boomer. Okay? Big boomer. Scorsese. Okay. The Irishman was a phenomenal film, especially towards the end, where Robert De Niro's character, is in a wheelchair. But I'm not gonna spoil that for you guys. But get out of here if you really cannot. If you really, I understand. I completely understand your frustration with Marvel, taking over this huge market share in the box offices. But if you're not cutting edge, if you're not looking ahead and see, okay, how can I top this? How can I top Marvel? How can I top DC? then I don't think you're really like, it's just like you can't just. It's frustrating, but you take that level of frustration that you have and re project it towards something else. So if you're angry that Marvel's, you know, pretty much skipping around the flowers and just having a great time, see, okay, how can I get to that point? How can I get to that point? Okay? So yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing also. And here's another huge this is going to be another huge not really a prediction in the business world, but a prediction in just society. You're going to see Netflix specific actors act just, or they're going to be just like IG models. Maybe it's maybe, you know what, maybe it's a little bit too late because, of course Netflix is burning cash, but I have a feeling that people who do a lot of films that are on Netflix and are only Netflix specific, it's gonna look a lot like Instagram models and how they're not quote unquote taken seriously as regular models. Okay? And whoever is gonna be the first person to strictly only do Netflix films, they're gonna be the people. That's gonna be the person who is the biggest underdog. Okay, this person, it's just like like Kanye West in his first career. That's how I see it. Again, that's another huge prediction that I'm making. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We might be a little bit too late for that, but you know what? Anything's possible, and if you just look back in history, you're gonna predict the future, right? We live in the present because we take the history and predict the future. All right, so that's all I have to say. I gotta run to see my personal trainer, over in Santa Clara. But you know what? I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and you guys gotta crush it today. You guys gotta crush it today. For me, for you, for your family, just whoever you love in your life, just crush it today. So you guys have a wonderful day.